Okay, everyone. We will begin the keynote session right now. Let me just introduce Mr. Peter Molengraaf, CEO of Alliander, who is going to be the master of ceremony for this session. Please welcome Mr. Peter Molengraaf.
Your Majesties, Mr. Secretary, Minister, distinguished guests, very much welcome also on behalf of the Dutch delegation to this Global City Challenge. We are working here together in a very international community today to share experience in the development of much smarter cities. And we're very grateful that you are actually willing to visit us and to actually help us launching a global smart city coalition over the next 20 minutes. And in order to do so and to introduce that, I would like to invite the Ministry of Foreign Affairs from the Netherlands, Mr. Bert Koenders, to give us a presentation.
Your Majesties, distinguished guests, before I begin, I'd like to recognize the work of the National Institute of Standards and Technology and US Ignite, who jointly have organized this event in such a magnificent fashion and in such a beautiful building. And I'd like also to recognize Mayor Kamil of Bandung, Indonesia, and Mayor Adler of Texas for their leadership in their respective countries on the development of smart cities, smart grids and clean energy. The 21st century will be the age of the metropolis. For the first time in human history, worldwide, more people live in cities than on the countryside. This simple yet astonishing fact possesses huge potential and equally huge challenges. Whatever we make of these changes, it speaks to the imagination. No wonder that Benjamin Barber reached such fertile soil with his book, If Mayors Rule the World. In this sense, it's a bit ironic for me to speak to you today, being neither a mayor of a large city, nor an alderman or councillor, but foreign minister of an, according to some, old-fashioned nation-state. Then again, maybe it makes some sense. The mayors are probably all busy governing the world while I have plenty of time to be here and speak to you. On a serious note, I'm honored and delighted to speak at this event. It's impressive to see that over 60 teams from 3 continents have assembled to showcase how innovative use of technology and smart design can help us making cities and communities around the world more resilient. Resilient to the physical, social and economic challenges they will face in the 21st century. Cities have always been the centers of commerce, knowledge and innovation, the engines of our society, if you will. Rapid urbanization increasingly puts pressure on these important centers of society. It undermines their ability of cities to provide effective and efficient public services. Congestion, waste and pollution need to be kept in check, while climate change and increasing inequality pose additional challenges. We basically need to reinvent the city to make sure it can handle all those issues and still provide us with the benefits they have done in the centuries before. As a Minister of Foreign Affairs, I'm involved in many initiatives that try to tackle these issues, so I'm very happy to see people here from all parts of the world, not just the United States and Europe, but also from Indonesia and Guatemala, that are developing and implementing the technology that will be the key to address these issues hands-on and keep cities and communities healthy, economic viable and resilient. Unfortunately, the development and implementation of smart city technology is often happening on the local scale as one-off projects that are customized to the local situation and with very little consideration for future upgrades or broader application. Besides that, this rather new field also lacks a comprehensive shared framework of interoperability, standards, outcome metrics, or a proven general business model. As a result, many smart city solutions are developed and implemented in isolation, and they do not enjoy economies of scale, causing increased costs and inefficiencies. Now there is a solution, and that's here today. Initiatives like this event are key to establish a shared framework that helps us to promote this interoperability and scalable and replicable solutions. In this community of practice, companies, universities, and governments are represented here today, sharing and exchanging solutions that have been developed and tested. A first bottom-up initiative to develop such a community has started under the Italian European Union presidency, leading to a transatlantic partnership between the United States, Dutch, and Italian cities. And in the run-up to our own European Union presidency in 2016, the Netherlands will develop this nascent partnership into a coalition of 8 cities from 3 continents, which will work together to develop the smart city technology standards the world needs. As from today, they work together to develop standards and promote interoperability to make smart city technology accessible for cities and communities, great or small, around the world. Build a database of proven smart city technology so you can see which technology is available and what are the benefits of one technology over the other. And thirdly, organize events to promote this new use of technology and share experiences on a global scale. I'm very proud that Dutch cities and companies played a pivotal role in developing this initiative by connecting people from around the world. Now, before we will launch the coalition and give these 8 cities a round of applause, I'd like to present a challenge. Smart city and developing an urban agenda are important topics under the Dutch EU presidency, and as Minister of Foreign Affairs, I want to see the tangible results. That is why I invite you all to show us what you have achieved and what you are going to do in the years to come in Amsterdam in 2016. But let's look at a video first.
As Mayor of Amsterdam, I would like to thank you for the opportunity to say a few words about smart cities today. Amsterdam is an open and inclusive city. This helps to become smart. On the other hand, you need to be smart to become more open and more inclusive. Smart city is not just about technology. It's about people. It's about finding solutions together with our citizens for their everyday challenges. Therefore, Amsterdam, together with the other Dutch cities present in Washington, is eager to share its knowledge and to learn from other cities. Unfortunately, I cannot join you in Washington because Amsterdam is also hosting a global smart city event. On my behalf, Angelique Meijer will represent the participation of Amsterdam in Amsterdam Smart City. But I have to mention one other person, Mr. Peter Molengraaf, CEO of our energy network operator, for the work that he is doing with his team to connect Amsterdam to such an impressive global initiative. Amsterdam is committed, and we will be there tomorrow to further discuss this initiative. I wish you all a good and successful Global City Teams Challenge and NIST. Thank you so much for organizing it. As Mayor of Amsterdam, I would like to thank you for the opportunity to say a few words about smart cities today.
Ever since you started to grow, you've been developing yourself, your surroundings, your success, embarking on journeys, traveling through new ventures with courage, ambition, vision. With the wind at your back, you set for the horizon. But what if you could also catch the wind of others? Find each other's strengths, globally, cumulatively, continuously. Together, we accomplish more. Take a look around you. See how we've grown, evolved. It's in our nature to build on each other and reach beyond our own imagination.
Thank you, Mr. Koenders, for your kind words to highlight the importance of this collaboration for smart city development. And also thank you, Mayor van der Laan, for your support over the last 6 years in progressing with Amsterdam and its citizens and many, many companies involved, the Smart City Initiative in Amsterdam. Actually, we are moving now to the formal ceremony to actually launch the global coalition. And in order to do so, I would like to invite the 8 cities that actually have joined in together to start that coalition on stage. May I ask Mr. Steve Adler, the Mayor of Austin, to come to stage? Mr. Philip Nevels, the Executive Director from Chicago Next for Chicago. Mr. Rob Volkas from Charlotte. Mr. Ridwan Kamil, the Mayor of Bandung. Mr. Paola Castiglieri, the Mayor of Genova. Mrs. Angelique Meyer, representing Amsterdam. Ms. Yvonne van Mierlo, the Vice Mayor of Helmond, representing Eindhoven. And Mr. Kees Slingeland to receive the honors on behalf of The Hague. And I would like to invite Mr. Axel Koenders to actually hand out the token that we are actually starting this coalition. Please. The minister will hand out a symbol that represents a commitment to the coalition of the first 8 cities that are joining, and we all hope together that many, many more will join across the world. Please. Thank you, Minister. And may I invite Your Majesties for a photo session with the 8 cities. Please give them another round of applause, it's 8 cities. Thank you very much, and we hope many more will join. Please remain seated while your Majesties actually will be leaving. Die is weg.
Okay, so we will resume our normal presentation around 1:10 or 1:15. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Thank you.